What's up, guys? This is Timer Scam, episode 2. My name is Lord Joshua, and this is
Sebastian, or the Curse of Shark.
I didn't know I was leading. I was just gonna keep going because it's not my show.
What do we have to go through this every time, boy?
That's all right. But we were gonna continue from last week, or we were talking. I vaguely remember we were talking about movement.
Yeah.
But I also have there's some news past week. MK11. Yeah, it just came out. A new character was announced or released, or I think announced. Sindel, the purple chick. I don't know if you've ever played MK11.
I have not played MK11, but that name is vaguely familiar.
Yeah, I'm really I don't know how I feel because Sindel is one of the. I always thought that she was a main character in MK. So they already put out all these other guest characters like Terminator. I think one of my favorite ones from MK10 last year was Predator. Predator was really cool. Maybe I don't know, Jason. The horror ones, I didn't really like the horror DLC ones.
Yeah,
because I know my friends when they bought the game and the DLC, they just felt so out of place. But I know it's supposed to be really gory because MK is just gory. But you could just make another
game for
horror
characters. Yeah. Actually, I would love to see. I love horror and stuff. Josh apparently does not like it.
Yeah, I'm a bitch.
It's fine. But no, I love horror stuff. So I would love to see a fighting game of just horror characters. Old folklore,
there's a fighting game. It's shitty,
yeah.
But there's a fighting game with horror characters from movies. But it's horrible. It's so bad.
It's horrible.
Yeah, we might have to cut that one. We might have to cut that. That's gross.
It's great.
Some more news. I almost forgot that this was out already, but I heard about it. Power Rangers.
Really?
Did you not see that?
No, I haven't.
I heard about it earlier, a couple months ago. It was Power Rangers. It is straight up a fighting game, but it's for kids. It's a kid fighting game. I don't know how to explain it. It's just it's rudimentary. And I was watching some people play. And they're really good, and they're oh man, they're beating up on some 9-year-old kid playing some Power Rangers, thinking, oh man, I'm gonna beat up some bad guys, play Red Ranger, get fucking demolished by some pro esports league guy online. That looks interesting. I don't think it's not really interesting. No.
I guess. I mean, for people who like Power Rangers, maybe, but
yeah, it was probably a really big
it.
announcement. But I was looking back, what other games we didn't say and talk about, and Power Rangers really went under the radar for the past couple of months because it did release, and I just didn't hear anything about it at all.
Are they even doing new Power Rangers? Has there been another show or whatever, another season of whatever show they have? Because I watched probably 2 5-minute segments of a Power Rangers show of a single episode of a Power Rangers show. I never ever in any way got into Power Rangers. It was always kind of I could always see through oh, it's just a fucking rubber suit. It looks so bad, and I could never really get into it. But
I like the the design. So I was really interested when the game was announced, but maybe if it would have been under different people who made the game, it could have been something like a DBZ for Western people. Not it's already catering to the Western already.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
I
might have gone too No, go ahead.
Do you know of a game called Anarchy Reigns?
No,
It's
I have not heard of
really, it's like a 3D arena fighter.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Power Stone.
Oh,
It's like it's almost like Power
Stone.
Stone. It's not like it's the camera is like a stage where you can see the stage and everybody runs around.
Yeah.
It's more or less like third person behind like the back. Like it's a character action game, but it's an arena. And like the story is like really dumb. But it's really interesting. The main character is the guy from Mad World for the Wii game.
Yeah. Okay.
Jack.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Remember.
He's the lead character. And like the cast is like really cool. Like one of my favorite characters is Durga. His gun is a fucking it turns into a fucking sniper rifle. He's like a robot. and there's a sumo wrestling mech.
Oh no.
That turns into a bull. Dude, it's so dumb. But the music in the game is actually really nice. But that's the like it came out on Xbox 360 and PS3.
Yeah, probably PS3.
And like that's a lie. I tried to buy the Japanese version of the game overseas, like a couple days before it came out, internationally, because like the Japanese voices are just amazing in that game. As soon as like I pre-ordered that game, it went from like $60 to like $14 in like a week.
God bless.
It was not. It was not like it wasn't hyped up.
Yeah.
It wasn't like put on anything. It was just there. And like one of the people that I was watching at the time, like YouTube wise, I was really into them, and like they just like play the game, and like I immediately just like pre-ordered it. So yes, I did give $60 to a game that just ghosted me. But
go ahead.
That game. There's another game that's coming out. It's called Bleeding Edge.
I've not heard anything
Bleeding
about
Edge
that.
is also a 3D third person like brawler.
Oh, okay, that's probably why I haven't heard.
Right, yeah. It's coming out March 2020. Yeah.
Ooh, that's when Animal Crossing comes out.
Really?
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. My God.
Oh, I know. It kind of looks. It looks very slow.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It doesn't really look like an actual like fighting game.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm always open. It goes on like I think it goes for Xbox One, PC, and just Xbox One and PC.
Oh, Microsoft. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of games that should be less than they're priced, or games that at least should have gone down, Jump Force. Earlier this morning, I saw a tweet on my timeline that currently Jump Force is one of the nominees for Best Fighting Game.
Let's take a look at that list. What does that list encompass?
So it's Dead or Alive 6, Jump Force, Mortal Kombat 11, Samurai Showdown, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Okay, I understand everything else except for DOA 6 and Jump Force. As much as I love DOA 6, it's like, okay, yes, it has been toned down since then because DOA's 4 and 5 was just ridiculous. It was straight up like fanfare, like fan service. There wasn't a lot of really good like the like
like
the DLC was just garbage. It's all like really revealing like clothes and stuff.
There wasn't that much fighting game.
There wasn't
fighting
any
game.
like any buffs or nerfs or anything like that. Just more announcements for
costumes.
Or costumes. Yeah, but I appreciate DOA 6 now because they're very low key about it. They're chill. They held it back. The game itself is fine. It plays so different from like Tekken because it's only it's also a 4-button fighter, but the buttons are not like mapped to the character's limbs, like in Tekken.
Oh yeah, how
you know,
like left right punch, left right kick.
It's just a general like there's a punch, there's a kick, there's a grab, and there's a block / parry. And the thing is the direction of where you're pushing the stick, plus whatever attack button or guard button. It's just different. Like which way you're gonna push it is like a high and then a low with a kick. It's just It's like combinations.
Oh, so kind of like SoCal, how they do their thing, where there's punch, kick, guard, and I forget the last one.
Well, in SoCal, it's
or AB. It's
horizontal
AB.
attack and vertical attack.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
They have that. They also have like before the game was really heavily influenced on like stage hazards. DOA 6 still has stage hazards. It's just more implemented in combat. So you have to be really careful what stage you're on and like what are the possible combos of how you get fucking destroyed in a corner. There's a map. Excuse me. There's a map in New York, the New York stage where it kind of looks like a corner. I can't really describe it. It kind of looks like like a Tetris block. If the outline looks the same, it goes. All right. If I'm gonna from a point at the top. It goes down to the right for a bit and then down again. That's just a corner
Z-block,
of the.
Pretty much.
It's a Z block, right? And it's in this.
I play
arena.
A lot of Tetris, by the way. I play a hell of a lot of Tetris.
Right. I'm glad you know that because now it's easier to describe.
Yeah.
But that spot is very important because you can set up like a lot of like resets and like the combo juggling. For the corner, for that specific corner is so janky that you can go from, I think combos could go to like maybe 75. No.
Jesus fucking Christ.
80%.
Oh, okay. I was like 75 hit combos. Hello?
No, 80% like health. Like
health.
Just straight up just destroy them.
God bless.
What else is on that list?
Jump Force. Well, we talked about that last week. We talked about it last week. It's just not a good game. Like
no,
it's not. It's literally just not a good game.
Like, I can understand like anime games.
Yeah,
anime games with their press this button like double tap A to like auto combo, like the Naruto games. Those were like the first anime games. And honestly, I was okay into it, but I didn't really feel the competitiveness. Yeah. Because it just felt so automatic for me.
I mean, I only played it because I didn't want to watch Naruto. I didn't want to watch the entirety of Naruto.
I did the same thing. As soon as like one of the big game came out, I was like, all right, I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna learn all about Naruto. I have to watch a single episode of Naruto. Exactly. We probably sound so fake.
No. I mean, like, come on. There's so much. Like, there are even guides. There are even filler guides. Like
that's right.
that there's just so much that people are like, all right, it's getting too much. Let's just have you watch this, so you can actually get the story rather than going through the whole thing. So I'm like, instead of doing that, let's just play a game and have fun with the game while learning about the story.
You're interacting with the game while also learning the story, right?
And I mean, I read the manga too for like a while, but after a while, it's just like, whatever.
Yeah. I like the games because the anime games, because I think anime games are the sole like factor that have they're really important on storytelling. Because in like modern fighting games like Street Fighter, like the story is so dumb.
Yes, Evil Corporation. We have to fight them.
Evil Corporation has to fight. Dude, that's Tekken.
Street Fighter.
In essence, I know Tekken's all about rivalry.
Yeah.
And the family, rivals. But goddamn, man, like it's easy to find. It's easy to spot. You don't have to you can guess from like the cover of what a modern fighting game is about. Anime fighting games, as we have played one last week.
Ooh, speaking of anime fighters, I wanted to say this like at the very beginning, but he wanted to do the opening probably to stop me from saying this. But Last week,
This is your chance.
last week, Josh stated on recording that he does not like fighting or anime fighting games or just anime games in general. But literally after we recorded, you know what we did? We played Blaze Blue. He fucking loved that shit.
I ate that shit up. I ate that shit up really well.
He even bought it that same night after he left.
I did buy it.
I was like,
I bought it.
You love that much,
I bought it as soon as I got home. I struggled, and I was like, oh my god, I really need to play this game. This game is amazing. We'll probably play this game after, honestly.
Oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, we're probably playing Blaze Blue again.
Oh my god. It's like playing... Oh.
Did you get the DLC character?
A 2D fighter. No.
Jubei or whatever. I don't have it either. But yeah.
Did you buy it already?
No, I haven't bought it. But let's see. What else? Oh, okay. I guess Jump Force is kind of probably in there because like not a lot of. I have air quotes right now in my hands. High grossing fighting games have come out yet or this year. So I feel like that's probably just like, we needed 5. Here's another one that's like somewhat sort of big.
Oh my god. And you're probably not wrong. And like Jump Force, yes, it looks really good. Like it looks amazing. It has a lot of good assets. And there's a lot of money that's behind it that could have been put towards a different type of fighting game.
Yeah.
And not just another like an anime
arena fighter.
Yeah, but this time they're gonna cater to the wider anime audience and not just the niche like Naruto and like
Naruto
the Blaze
lovers,
Blue
the Dragon
and the
Dragon Blue, Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball. And then, yeah. But this is the most like,
dude, where's my Gintama fighting game? Oh my dude, I've been rewatching that shit. It's so good. Oh my god.
Is he Gintama's in the he's in Jump Force?
Not as far as I know.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. And also, I don't know the story about Jump Force, but I assume it's dumb. But I actually took an extensive look at Blaze Blue's story last week.
Really?
Yeah, I did, and like it's like a full out story. Like you can you can save, you can do like there's like story arcs and shit. Like what the hell? It's like playing like an RPG, but it's just a fighting game like every 2 seconds.
Fighting game RPG. God bless.
Yeah, and I like that. That's really nice. That's why I give anime fighting games the benefit of the doubt when it comes to story.
Yeah, because it's just an anime. It's an anime.
Yeah. But with good mechanics, you got something great.
Mm-hmm.
And Blaze Blue has fucking good ass mechanics.
I've been loving that game too. I've been in the lab a little bit until Pokemon came out, but we don't have to talk about that. I haven't played since the Pokemon release. Literally, the Pokemon release happened while I was editing the last episode or editing the audio of the last episode. And I was like, let me take a break. And I was like, it's almost midnight. And as soon as midnight hit, I took a break for like 3 hours. And like, I was like, shit, I got to finish this episode too. Because we're literally airing it today.
Yeah.
But no. Let's see. What else is on that list? Mortal Kombat 11, we kind of talked about earlier.
Mortal Kombat 11 is good. For the NRS fans out there, it's good, It could be. I don't know. I some of the animations are still kind of wonky if you really look at it.
Yeah.
Like
especially when Sonic when there was this whole, I think it was was it a documentary on Sonic Fox? It was something about Sonic Fox and his wins in Mortal Kombat 11 as well as Smash.
It was a documentary.
Was it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head, but that's when I really watched, or I really even saw any bit of Mortal Kombat 11, and other than the characters, that is. And I was just kind of like, yeah, looks fun, and it's weirdly like snappy. Like
it is snappy.
Like how
God is snappy.
You watch someone punch, and it looks like a 3-frame animation, but there's more than that.
Yeah,
like the punch.
It's so
kind of
just
exactly. It looks so. It like. That's why
I know it's supposed to be like somewhat realistic in a fantasy setting.
Yeah.
But like if you've seen like some of there's like screenshots and like really blurry like meme looking like screenshots of some of the characters, like crouching stances and their like crouching low kicks. They're really squatting really hard and just have their like it's a cutout. They had like the leg just come out and that's the whole attack. That's like their short or their forward. That's it. Like there's no like weight behind the.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look like they're like kicking. It looks like they're just sticking their foot out.
Unlike in like Skullgirls. Yeah. Well, like most of the moves you have has so much like passion and like weight behind it. Like if you do Cerebellum's like forward hard punch, which is this giant arm.
Yeah.
If you miss that, you can feel that it's it's punchable. Like she blocked you when you block it.
You're like, oh fuck.
You
like,
can feel
feel
it.
it.
Yeah.
The way that it looks makes you feel it. Mm-hmm. Like that's another thing that I love about fighting games, or especially like really good ones. Where you can feel the hits. Like you look at it and you can just like you're like, yeah. That's another thing. Going back to Jump Force, of course. That kind of with Jump Force, it didn't feel like there was a lot of weight behind the hits. And with anime games or anime in general, like Dragon Ball or whatever, when you see the hits, it's like they're heavy. But when you're playing Jump Force, it just doesn't look as heavy as like. You think someone who can literally
it kind of just looks like you're like brain dead.
Exactly.
You're just driving a fighting game car.
Yeah. Well, oh my goodness! I went to someone's house a while back, and they were playing. I think it was The Matrix on GameCube.
Oh,
and they were literally playing. They have
a fighting game mode in The Matrix. The
old
one. Yeah.
That's what I was like. They're literally cars. And I'm like.
Yeah, because graphics do matter when it comes to fighting games.
Definitely.
Graphics do matter. Like indie games, Skullgirls, dude.
Like literally, we keep talking about Skullgirls because that shit is literally
good.
It's great. It's amazing. Go buy that game. like
most what I like to think about is that when most people are playing fighting games and you're really into it, you will like buy like a fight stick and try it out.
Oh yeah.
Or like buy some controller or something
or borrow it for someone.
Or borrow, sure.
Just like,
but
I want to try.
You're not gonna add like a vibration to the fight stick.
Yeah, no.
For pads, yeah, sure, maybe. Mm. But
and a lot
traditional
of people don't
fighting
even like
games is on a fight stick, right? So when it comes to feeling hits, you want as a developer, you want to
convey that and how it
you want to convey that message to the players.
Yeah.
Like when King like throw techs you and like puts you in a rolling death cradle, you want to feel like, fuck, I didn't tech that shit. I didn't tech that shit and now I'm dead.
Yeah. I feel that on a personal level playing against your king. All
right, listen, he's the first character that came to my mind, okay? I was talking about this.
No, it's fine. It's true. Because like sometimes I play Tekken 7 against him and I'm no good at I'm not as good at Tekken 7 despite me putting flames on him last episode. And every time he like gets in and he grabs and all that shit, I'm sitting there like comboing, and then I'm just like he just like grabs, and I'm like fuck. That's
why I love.
And I just grapplers. Like and just watching him just throw me around, I'm like, oh, I really did fuck up.
I think DOA 6 has combo throws too as well. They're grapplers. One of my favorite characters, Leon, has combo throws. If you do a certain input, you just do more. That's why I really like that. It really what's it called? Makes you interact with the character. Because I know jab SPDs from Ultra Street Fighter 4's Give is really cool, but it's very, or maybe it's just the 2D and 3D like fighting game perspective. You know, you have more options in a 3D fighting game.
Definitely. Definitely. Because, like, I know Soul Calibur has, like, grabs from different angles.
Yeah.
That you just get different grabs. That on its own is just a huge tree of things you could do. So, I feel that.
Yeah. That's right. Soul Calibur 2 is also a 3D fighting game.
Yeah.
Does it have... I didn't play the new one, but I really like the physics in Tekken.
What do you mean
Like
by
when you do a launcher and then you do a hit and then it goes into a corkscrew. Like that's their main like focus when it comes to combos is juggling and the physics behind that. I really love that aspect of Tekken.
Oh yeah, like how I was playing like Juliana, and literally I just a lot of what I did was launch a U and just jab, and
Right.
and like literally time my jabs so that it just keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
And
all right.
But I understand what you mean with how the physics definitely like adds to the combo like potential. Yeah, that's the word.
There's another when you talk about physics, there's like I wouldn't say there's a fighting game, but it is a 1v1 kind of game.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Fight Crab.
Okay, never mind.
Oh no, what were you thinking? I was thinking sorry.
Lord's of the Locker Room.
that's a really dumb fighting. Oh my god! But do you know about Fight Crab?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I think the early access release came out a couple months ago. Have you played that at all?
I've not tried it.
Oh my god!
I've watched it played, but I've not tried it.
It's so dumb. It's actually is a really good mechanic on how you control the different arms. Like you have to. I mean, it's best to play on pad.
Yeah,
because the controls make you feel like
a crab.
Make you feel like a crab.
You feel like a crab.
It's
I get you.
Dumb.
I get you. Now, if only they forced you to use claw controls.
Oh,
even better.
Oh my goodness.
No. Let's see. Samurai Showdown. I have not played. I have not seen any gameplay of it actually.
That's more. That's
one that I have not even.
I've
seen.
never played Samurai Showdown. I know it's very weapons based, which like Soul Calibur 2. I think that's why Soul Calibur 2 doesn't have like combos, because weapons are very. They do a lot of damage.
Yeah, and it kind of makes sense. Like if you're gonna like sword fight someone IRL, like I don't know if you're gonna sit there doing combos on them.
Exactly.
With an actual sword.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So I feel like that's another sort of like realism, quote unquote. It just kind of doesn't make sense.
Another anime game that I actually forgot to mention that's actually on my list right now. It's the Kill la Kill fighting game.
Kill la Kill if.
Mm-hmm. I saw the gameplay.
Yeah.
It's like a Naruto one.
Yeah, another arena fighter. Same with the My Hero Academia one. Academia. Who cares? Fake fan. Literally,
they have one too.
Yeah. One's Justice,
Really?
and One's Justice 2 is coming out. I think is it Switch only? No way, it's Switch only, but it's on. There's definitely
Kill
on
is
Switch
on PS4, Switch, and PC.
Yeah.
But it's on Switch. I was like, holy shit! It's really cool.
I'm not gonna buy it unless like I get enough gold points to get it for free. But I like Kill la Kill. It's a good anime, so maybe.
Street Fighter, is that on that list?
Nope. Street Fighter 5, I think, came out
4 years ago.
Yeah.
4 years ago.
God bless.
But they're coming out with a new one. Well, I wouldn't say that. They're coming out with a new edition. They announced it for Capcom Cup Open North America Regionals. Like a couple days ago, actually.
Really? I'm surprised it didn't come up on my timeline, because I actually Twitter started doing this thing where you could follow topics. And
oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
fighting
really cool.
games and FGC is
That's
one
cool.
of my topics that I've been following and trying my best to keep up on. As you can see, I haven't. It hasn't really been working out that much for me, but that's because I've been pushing through Pokemon. I've been trying so hard to finish games. Because I'm like, I play so much Smash, or I practice so much Smash, and then I play so many fighting games that I don't play actual games.
Did you stream today?
No, I was going to, but then...
We were recording this on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I assumed you were streaming because you always...
Yeah, I usually stream on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
something happened.
at the finals, at the end of the tournament, and I'm pretty sure if I'm wrong, you can yell at me. I'm pretty sure Knuckle won the finals there.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot who his opponent was. I just know it was Knuckle that won. But Ono came out. Ono came out of the stage and released a trailer for Street Fighter Championship Edition.
Street Fighter Championship Edition.
Or Champion Edition. Yeah.
Street Fighter 2 all over again.
All the costumes. You got all the costumes, all the stages, all the characters except for the Capcom Pro Tour like DLC. Because I don't know if you heard about it, like before when Capcom like started putting like straight like
oh, you mean like the ads on the characters?
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah,
I remember
that DLC is not included.
Good, because I mean I didn't have a problem with it, but like
it just felt like a really dumb like thing to do.
Yeah, it looked out of place, definitely.
Yeah, if you have Street Fighter 5, it's already like I think a $30 upgrade on Steam. It comes out next year though, Championship Edition next year.
I mean, I'm down to buy it.
Yeah.
I'm certainly down to buy it.
I wish that I didn't cave and buy Sagat, because now I could have just waited a little bit longer and gotten Championship Edition for $30 and got all the new characters and everything.
Actually, funnily enough, I got my copy of Street Fighter with the first season pass for free. I don't remember exactly where I got it, but I saw this ad for like a free copy of something, and I was like, yeah, sure, and I clicked the link. Now usually especially me being a cybersecurity major, would be like, yes, this is an ad, probably a malicious ad, something of the sort, but we won't talk about that. But I had my precautions, and I went in ready to shoot some ransomware if I had to. But and it just came up with a Steam key, and I used the Steam key, and I got it for free, and I was like, holy shit. Like, and I haven't bought anything yet. Yeah, I got it like 100% free, and there was no backlash or anything, and I'm like, oh okay, I guess I have it now. That's again when it was on my shitty laptop, and I was like,
oh
yeah.
Oh, that's right. Like you told me like a couple months ago. You're like, yeah, I got fucking Street Fighter 5. He was like, oh shit, let's play it. And it just,
literally, it's like I tried like going through the tutorial that happens when you first open the game, and I'm just like, it's going at like 2 frames a second. I literally can't do anything. Oh my lord.
Another coming out release. Gil is coming out. Street Fighter 5 from Third Strike. Gil is coming.
Really?
Yeah, I'm actually really hyped. His ult is the same. Or I keep saying ult like it's fucking League. It's super. His critical art. Sorry, his critical art is the same as Third Strike.
Yeah.
Which gives me fucking Third Strike PTSD flashbacks.
Speaking of League, so another Game Awards thing was
Project L?
No. Where it's the best esport or best esports games.
Best esports game?
Yeah, or League? Game. League was definitely on there.
Yeah.
CS:GO, Dota 2, Fortnite, League of Legends, and Overwatch. And then that kind of makes better,
me low-key upset.
Same. And even better when they did nominees for best esports player, all either mobile or FPS games. No fighting games. Now it makes sense because FGC doesn't pull in a lot of money. Like compared to like Fortnite, definitely.
I'm gonna explode.
CS:GO and all that.
I'm gonna explode.
Which I don't understand. I played Fortnite like once. I played a couple games and I was like, wow, I kind of don't like it. It's so slow. It's so like nothing. A lot of nothing goes on. I don't understand how people like really, really like this game. and I don't understand how it could be
They're
esports.
chasing the addiction high of trying to win the game. Like it gets you really tense. Like, oh, like I could get number one.
I guess.
And like, you know, you gets you nervous. Yeah, sure, okay, but it's not really like. I don't think it's all that.
Yeah. The bullets are sluggish.
I think it's very. It's like a phase of fighting
Fighting game.
I think it's a phase.
Fortnite
of
is a
games.
fighting game now. Yeah, the whole battle royale.
The whole battle royale thing.
Yeah, I feel that too. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to try the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure battle royale.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
I want to see how that works. Like.
There's
you know,
only so many people.
Yeah, there's only so many characters you could play as.
Yeah.
However, like, how it work is it like you're just in it? You know what I mean? Like how with Fortnite you're dropped to a map,
Right.
you got to go kill each other.
Right.
Is it the same way in JoJo's, or is it like, I don't know, Tetris 99? You gotta fucking clear the boards to kill other people or send other like. I just want to know how it works.
I like Tetris's innovation on like the battle royale game.
But
like,
don't get me started on Tetris 99.
The genre for battle royale isn't really. Sure, it has that like professional sense about it.
I guess
Because it is
getting on
1
top of
versus
other people.
100.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's
well.
supposed to be treated like, you know, like Hunger Games. Like
Yeah.
really professional about it.
But then where's the kind of competition?
Yeah,
You know
where's
what
the
I mean?
competition?
Like you could just meet up with someone comes up behind you or whatever, or flank you or whatever, and they just kill you and that's it. There's no real display of your skill because, you know, you're just kind of dead, or all it is like, oh, I see this person, I shoot this person.
Yeah.
It's not like where Rainbow Six Siege, I have a friend actually, another streamer who plays it a lot, and I've been watching him play it. And
Ooh, very good. I like to hear this development.
yeah, Josh loves Siege.
I hate that game. I
He says
love
but
that
he
game
plays
so
that
much that I hate
so
it.
much. But and like with that, there's so much strategy that goes on in that game, and you can actually see if you were to do a tournament or a bracket with that, you can actually see the skill of each individual player instead of just watching them trying to flop around and survive.
Oh, that's true. There is no ranking system in Fortnite. I think so. There's not a because everyone's just going to be assumed to be on the same player level.
Yeah.
Whether you just started playing this game or not. You started playing this game and you press OK and you drop in there with every like 99 other people.
I don't guarantee
think you one of those guys is like those no life stay at homes, you know, just plays like Fortnite all day.
Probably. I don't know how their matchmaking works, but if it is, then
because there's
it
no
makes
like
sense. There's no way to rank.
It's supposed to be random.
Yeah.
And it's not really fair, and it wouldn't make sense competitive wise, in my opinion.
If you are a Fortnite player and you would like to fight me on this, please do, because I barely understand anything about that game, and I would like to understand why it's so big in quote unquote esports.
Yeah.
Because
what's that list again? Tell me what the list of like the most popular things again.
It's CS:GO, Dota 2, Fortnite, League, and Overwatch.
There's not a single, not even Street Fighters on that.
Nope. They're even with the like I said with the esports players, no FGC at all. It's all FPS.
That is
MOBAs.
upsetting. That's really upsetting.
Yeah, and I'm like,
and Overwatch is dead. Man, it's dead.
I'd say it's dead too. I feel like it's not as big as it was.
The only
kinda
recurrence
shit
of
the
it,
bed on
why it's being discussed now, is because
Overwatch 2,
Blizzard,
Blizzard,
BlizzCon. They're just talking about it. Before that, I was just like, yeah, I bought fucking Overwatch for like 6 months. I played it maybe.
I did not play that game once,
or maybe like
about
a year just for like the seasonal thing, and like that's it. I never heard anything else ever again. I just heard about the heroes that would come out every now and again, and then it dies down. You know.
Yeah. And it's the same with content creators, League, or streamers or whatever. League, FPSs, and I'm like, Come on, man. It's not really like. I mean, like I said before, FGC doesn't pull in as much money and views as FPSs and MOBAs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's still a pretty big community.
It is a big community, but I think it is a I'd say it's more when it comes to like developer versus I'd say consumer or community.
Yeah. Or you mean like the developer community relationship?
Yes. In the more popular titles, it's more prevalent that the developers are really working hard to make different changes all the time.
Especially with all how how a lot of them have like frequent or like semi-frequent buffs, nerfs, stuff like that.
Frequent.
And you're like,
it's so frequent.
Yeah. And you're like, well, they're actually listening to us and seeing like and trying to make it,
Yeah, they have a good relationship, but when it comes to like the fighting game scene,
yeah,
it feels so one-sided in my opinion.
Really? How so?
Like I love Harada, like the maker of Tekken.
Yeah.
And Ono, they're really good, but I'd like to believe that they're just the voices for the corporate. And like Street Fighter, like come on, dude, like Capcom. It's marketing towards newer people, but it takes away the shine of Street Fighter. Like it used to be so technical, but now it's so open. Like it almost feels strict in a way as it becomes new. It's so slow. I mean, it looks slow to me, and it feels kind of slow.
Yeah.
It's way different from than it is in like Street Fighter 4. Like it played so much faster in 4 and in 3.
I feel like it's just kind of an adjustment thing because when I went from PM to Smash 4, even though or Project M, my bad, which is a mod of Brawl,
right,
that makes them more akin to Melee. And then I went to Smash 4, or like I go back to Brawl, and I'm like, it feels so chunky, feels so slow. I have my movement is a lot more limited. That's because they're more aimed towards like the casual crowd and stuff like that. Then you try to play competitive, and I'm just like, all right, well, I just kind of have to adapt to how it feels, and then just work my way around that kind of. So I feel like that, like with Pokemon too. I'm sorry that I'm dying a lot. I don't have any Dayquil left, but a lot of it's like with Pokemon too. Everyone's like, oh, this National Dex chain or a cut or all these move cuts, and I'm like, it's fine. Then just adapt. Like a lot of like competition is adapting.
Right. Yeah.
So you're like, so if you're gonna.
I kind of sound like a fucking like an old like I feel like I sound like an okay boomer. When it comes to I sound like an okay boomer when it comes to fighting games because I glorify the old fighting games, and like it's not like I hate the new fighting games.
Yeah,
it's just hard to adapt to because I'm so used to the old ones.
The old ones, yeah.
But I feel like games like Blaze Blue, fast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It gets my blood boiling. I fucking love that game. It's
just fast games are fun, dude.
Yeah.
Like trying to keep up, especially, and you're trying to, also keep up with your opponent who's moving just as fast. Ooh, it's fun.
I also like to choose to be slow in some fighting games.
Definitely.
When it comes to like, Street Fighter, I want to feel that balance.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I really want to play like a fast character, I play like Ibuki. But you still feel the sluggishness of the game.
Yeah.
And that kind of brings me down about it. And Tekken, it's oh my god, Tekken is so it's like it's fast-paced thinking in Tekken. Like you can do one thing, but there's so many hidden mechanics. I think I don't want to compare, but Tekken is almost the Dota 2 of fighting games.
Dota 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Because League is more open.
Yeah.
And it's very accessible, easy to pick up, hard to master. Like Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Street Fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see the comparisons I'm making here?
Yeah.
Like, in Dota, I don't play a lot of Dota. I play a little bit. I'm so, like, fucking trash at Dota. Like,
I've never even played that game.
They're amazing. There's so many hidden mechanics in Dota that make it objectively a better game than League, in my opinion. But it has the popularity behind it is not as the same as in League.
Yeah.
So when we talk about
League,
like Project L and how much that'll change fighting games,
yeah,
that'll mesh everything together. They'll finally bring fighting games in more into the light of the esports scene.
I feel, yeah.
Because like last year, I think it was Evo. I was literally sitting down like in Applebee's, like having a couple of drinks with some buddies, and like they always have like sports on. They have fucking Street Fighter 5 on like the channels.
Really?
Yeah, I was watching Street Fighter 5, and they're like, "Dude, what are you?" Like they're talking to me about something like a party or something like next week or something. I'm like, shut up, dude. I'm watching the fucking game, man. I'm trying to watch the game, dude. Come on. That's my boy up there, That's my favorite character up there. Yo, we play fucking Street Fighter 5. Shit, that was the coolest. Like, that's when like, games are really getting out there, especially fighting games now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was a like almost like a dream come true.
Yeah. Why, like, hey, you want to go watch the big game? You want to watch the big game in my house? Yeah, turn it on. It's just fucking
Evo.
It's Evo.
I wouldn't do that.
Like actually, like that shit is great. Cause like, I've talked to you about this before. My public persona and my private persona are two completely different things.
I agree.
That I keep away from each other. So, my private friends know almost nothing about my well, you don't count because unless like they're directly involved, like you are, they don't know anything about me liking anime. They don't know anything about me playing games. They just know me as a guy who likes music or whatever, which I am. However, all that other stuff is just hidden from the rest of that world.
Oh, I'm the same way.
And then as soon as I come, like here I am on a fucking podcast talking about games with one of my friends, and it's just like a completely different world. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So once that, going to the big game, watching Evo and shit, you're like, now that can like become more mainstream, and I would feel more comfortable talking about it with people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like,
I want to hear at like bars and be like, "Hey, you trying to watch the game tonight?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, let's watch the game." Fucking let's watch some NLBC. Let's watch that.
That's
Defend the North. Let's watch Defend the North. It's coming up. Capcom tour. You want to see that? Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
It brings a tear to my eye to see a type of environment where everything's accepted like that.
True.
Because I'm publicly with my other friends, because some of my friends don't know that I'm also doing this podcast.
Yeah.
I've been only choosing like a couple friends to tell because they know I like these types of things. Mm-hmm. And I've told them, like, some of my friends, if I tell them like, oh, I'm doing a podcast about fighting games, they're just gonna be like, what? Kind of weird.
Yeah.
A fighting games? What is that?
Yeah. People at work keep asking me like, "Oh, you have a podcast?" Because I forgot that some of them are on my Snapchat. And because I had this podcast, I'm like, "Oh, you have a podcast? What's it about?" And I have to like dodge the question all the time.
Oh.
And I'm like, yeah. Don't worry about it or whatever. And then they're always like, "Oh no, tell me." And then there was this one girl that I told, and I was like, "Yeah, I play in tournaments. I do this professionally," and she was like, "Oh yeah, that's really cool." And I was like, "What?" it threw me off, and like I had to like pretty much double take, and I was like, "What?" Like,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and she's
crazy.
like, "Yeah," and like she didn't play games or whatever, or she didn't watch anime and all that stuff, and she's like, "Yeah, it's still pretty cool, or whatever. It's cool to watch," and I was like, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah. So, dude, that's why I was like with Pokemon, the whole thing is like it's in like stadiums and stuff like that. So I had the thought of like, ooh, what if they had legitimate tournaments, Pokemon tournaments or something like that in stadiums? You know how big that would be? Like how like, I don't know, they rent out fucking M&T Bank Stadium.
Sure. And
they have this whole like Pokemon Cup, and you're like, dude, that's fucking huge. Like you can go to a stadium, a legit stadium.
I know.
Sit there in the seats, buy tickets.
Yeah.
For Pokemon games, that'd be fucking insane. That'd be amazing. I would.
There's a tournament that's held a couple of times. It's called CEO.
Yeah,
You ever heard of CEO?
Yeah.
Jabali. Yeah. The boy.
Yeah.
They come out like in fucking. They have their own like WWE intros.
The intros and stuff.
Dude, it's so cool, man.
Oh my lord.
You don't have that type of fun when it comes to like modern sports on TV.
I feel.
You know?
I feel.
Like everybody watching NBA. Like yeah, okay. But
like where the side events, man? Where's my basketball player lie detector test? Like with Smash Summit.
Where's my professional E-League players playing fucking a different type of game than what they usually play?
Where are they all like going from playing League and then going out in the field playing fucking soccer? I want to see that shit.
Oh my god. I know this might not sound fighting game related, but it's related to Daigo.
Yeah.
Who is a prominent, one of the most popular fighting game players of all time.
Yeah.
There's a channel on YouTube that just transcribes everything he says on his stream because he streams in Jap.
Yeah.
And streams in Japanese. That they have people that translate like what he's saying.
Yeah.
And like what he is as a person, as a persona online is the funniest thing because he just talks shit. He actually talks shit about so many different people. It's so funny because before that, I always just thought like Daigo was like very humble, like true to the character of Ryu, just playing for the love of fighting games.
Yeah,
right? It's so good. But when you see him just like casually talking shit about somebody else, it's so fucking funny, dude. It's world breaking.
Oh man.
I do want to go to a tournament sometime.
Dude, that's great. Just wait. Once we have the M&T Bank Stadium Street Fighter tournament, we'll enter.
I've been thinking about it since last week, and we were talking about like
going to tournaments and like how the community is in tournament or in person.
Yeah, because I feel like ever since high school that I've played online for so long, I think I've hit like a wall when it comes to like, you definitely hit a wall, like a skill cap wall.
Yeah. Like
I just can't get out of like, in Street Fighter 5, I just couldn't, I got into silver. Mm-hmm. I know I deserve silver because I hate losing to these fucking bronze ass fucktards waking up and critical arting for no. It pisses me off to no end.
Yeah,
I mean, like that's like a journey for most people to just not wake up and super. Because if you super, you get punished.
Yeah,
and you just lose even harder. Mm-hmm. Like I want to be able to play like top tier. It's so hard. Like I want to play like the people that I watched for so long.
Yeah,
because they look like they have so much passion. It's so hard when you're all the way out here and you don't have like the resources available to you to do these types of things. But now since that fighting games is becoming more mainstream,
there are a lot more tournaments going on around everywhere.
There's a lot of things popping up. There's like guides and stuff online. Mm-hmm. But I think what's really happening, I think the counteract of that is that a lot of local scenes are starting to die out because of correlation to like the arcades, and like not a lot of places will hold arcades or like cabinets anymore because it's all about some
shooter games,
like
the little thing
like Dave and Buster's.
Yeah. There are like what 7 like different like light gun games in that Dave and Buster's that's nearby us.
Yeah,
like it's.
There are games based on other games, just on mini games.
Yeah.
That are whole
that
cabinets.
Skyrim thing.
They're whole cabinets.
The Skyrim thing that's like you just sit there and swipe your finger, swing your sword or whatever.
Yeah.
Or a lot of it mobile games too. Fruit Ninja, Flappy Bird, I think.
Sure.
Doodle Jump or whatever.
Injustice 1 is on there.
Don't talk to me about that.
And there's like 2 buttons. Like, come on. Wouldn't you want... I wouldn't walk in Dave & Buster's and see people smack shit on each other with injustice.
I want to see...
Or Tekken.
I want to see, like, a little corner, you know, the little corner where it's like the two cabinets facing each other. I want to see those again. That shit's amazing.
Yeah.
And Japan, you see them crowding around it and shit.
In Japan, it's so prominent in Japan.
Yeah.
When I was in Japan, I went to multiple, I think 2 arcades. I went to our house, which is I went to our house and Sega Tower. Boy, there's just cabinets just down the aisle.
God bless.
Oh my God, it's heaven, dude. Like, I played against several different Japanese players. I didn't understand what the hell they were saying, but I played them and, like, you can tell, like, they love this shit.
Yeah.
They come in there all the time because it's a different setting when it comes to competitive. In competitive, you have to leave the house. You can't just stay home and be like,
just play online.
I have a 5+ internet, dude. I swear to God, I won't disconnect on the final. I swear, you can't do that, man.
No, you can't.
You can't do that. No one's gonna fucking watch that shit.
And another thing,
see them live.
Yeah, and another thing that I noticed when I started going to tournaments and stuff was that, like you said, I hit that skill wall because I was only playing online. Or I was only playing with my little group of friends or whatever.
Right.
When you go to a tournament, a lot of times, like I said before, people will give you tips, and those tips definitely help you like break out pretty much, and those definitely help you like grow beyond what you can learn by only playing against someone online. Because a lot of times you play someone online, they can't like. They can't give you matchup information. You can't like learn matchup information
you have to do it yourself.
Yeah. You would have to sit there and do it yourself, no outside help. Maybe you could look up guides or whatever, but that once you're done and you learn everything in the guide, how are you going to go beyond that?
How are you going to apply that in tournaments?
True. How are you going to apply that and know that you can do it if you're not playing like someone that you know is above your skill?
Right.
Like you learn a combo and you're like, okay, I can do this combo online, but as soon as you go into tournament, it's a completely different thing. Mm-hmm. Because now you're offline, you're in the venue, you're seeing things, you're hearing things different. You know what I mean? And it's just different, kind of.
And like, I don't want to say that hitting a skill cap is a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It just means that you've hit a wall that there is room to improve still.
Yeah.
Like, you have the capability to go even further than beyond. Yes. That just first came to me.
Yeah.
That means, like, you've moved past from the crouching forward to Hadouken.
Yeah.
Like, you want, like, oh, yeah, I can do that. I can do that in my sleep.
Do that easy.
Yeah.
But then you're, like, online, and that's the only thing that's working for you, so you just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And you never have any way to, like... Because a lot of times when you play online...
You can't use online to grow as an individual fighter.
True. Because, like...
I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, I don't care. That's not a big deal. I did that a lot. I do that a lot to you, too. So I'm like, we can cut each other off. It's okay.
Okay. Continue.
But, when you're playing online, like, I notice a lot, especially when I play Smash or I try to play Street Fighter 5, people only play one match with you. How are you gonna grow through a matchup, grow with a matchup when you get to play one game and then you can't look at what you did wrong because you can't play them again. You can't try that again. And even if you do point out what you did wrong, how are you gonna know if that's true? That is what you did wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? So say like me playing Ryu, I'm jumping a lot and I'm like, I'm not blocking enough. I'm thinking that I'm not blocking enough, but the actual issue is that I keep jumping too much. But then I go and I go try and I'm like, okay, let me block more, but I still, jump too much and I'm like, it's not working. Then what the fuck is my problem?
You won't find the core from just fighting one fight.
Yeah, exactly. That definitely put that better than my dumb example.
No, I know what you're saying because like when in Street Fighter 5, you can fight a character, you can fight somebody up to it's like past 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
I think is that what you're trying?
2 out of 3, yeah.
Right. Like once you fight them, like you win 2 fights, all right, you're out, dude. Like you don't play them ever again.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, let me like continue to like point out my flaws. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, let me continue.
Let me help me help you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Tekken, you can keep playing for as long as you fucking like on ranked. Like, seriously.
Real.
Yeah. I played. I'm pretty sure I've told you this, but I'll say it on podcast. Like, I fought this King player, and I was playing Dragunov. Like, you know, somebody I was maining at the time, and this guy kept doing down 3+4, which is the sweep, and you can keep doing that into a down 3+4 into 2, which is a I didn't say launcher, but it goes into like a mid attack that pushes you out. It's basically like an ender. Mm-hmm. And so like, he just kept doing it. And like, at first, like, yeah, oh shit, I'm just so pissed. Like,
yeah.
But when you get past that and all that, the emotion, now you're trying to think logically, like, how am I supposed to block this? Like, what can I do? Like, block this string? All right, let's try button. You know, let's see. Because it makes you crouching. Try while standing 4. Let's see if that hits. If that doesn't hit, all right, I get hit again. We got to try this trial over and over again. You got to find someone that, as annoying as that sounds, you got to find someone as agitating to play as, because it'll help you grow. It's the rivalry and the competition that makes you better as a player.
Yeah, I see that.
And I'm so glad that Tekken has that feature. I wish I played Tekken more, because it has so many amazing features. When like in Street Fighter 5, I mean, it doesn't have that punish now. And like in Tekken, it just came out with a new patch for, like, I think I told you.
You mean like the
like the frame data and stuff?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like before that patch came out for Tekken, there was mods and stuff to input, like put like an overlay.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, just to see like what frames there are.
Yeah, the advantage and the I get what you mean.
Yeah, but now it's super accessible to, you know, Tekken players. Yeah. Tekken players, like, Tekken is going into a more finite like crowd, a very like detailed fighters. Yeah. Really skilled. And I don't hate Street Fighter 5 for being new and being open. It's trying to gain more traction. But I think what's happening is that League is going to do that way better, because it has so many people.
It already has so big of a backing that, you know, people, it's like I said, it's Riot Games, but they only have one game. So now they got to expand and
that's right,
earn that S. So
earn the S. That's right, earn the S.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, with all those people are going to be like, okay, Riot made this too. It has League of Legends characters.
And they're going to make tournaments for this game.
Oh, 100%.
Project L, they're going to make tournaments.
They're going to
I want to fast forward in time to the point where I get really into Project L and where I get my ass out my door and go to tournaments for Project L, because that'll be established now. Mm-hmm. People want to play that now. Like, holy shit, dude, Project L? It's going to be mainstream. You'll have fucking tournaments left and right just to go to for locals. Mm-hmm. And I'm hype about that.
Mm-hmm. And I think another thing with having, you know, Riot or League of Legends as a backing is I feel like that's going to be better advertised, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Because you ask anybody, even people who don't play games, you ask anybody, ever heard of League of Legends? Yeah. It's just that big. That it's just kind of like, it's just going to be out there. And oh my goodness. And then, like I said also last time, as soon as they see, like, oh, I'm liking this fighting game, they're going to try more. And they're going to then...
They go into the fucking fighting game vortex. The fucking rabbit hole.
True. Very true. Yeah. It is, oh my God, it is a fucking vortex. Yeah. Like, because... all I played was fucking Smash, and then I played Street Fighter 2 with my uncle, and then it started going downhill from there. And literally, King of Fighters, Soul Calibur, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, and I just kept going and I was like, I need more,
Honestly.
And it's, goddamn. Even if you don't like fighting games, you're listening to this podcast, fucking try one. If anything, try Street Fighter 2. It's, what? Now I think Smash beat it out, but probably the most popular fighting game.
I think the most popular console. I think the most convenient console is the Switch, in my opinion.
True.
And that game has fucking Street Fighter on it.
Yep, it has the anniversary collection too.
Yeah.
As both the Ultra Turbo whatever Street Fighter 2, all their fucking names, and Anniversary Edition. Buy that and Skullgirls. I'll keep saying it as many times as I have to. Yeah. Buy Skullgirls.
I know, we're not sponsored. I mean, I'm not sponsored.
Yeah, no. I'm not sponsored by them either.
But I fucking love Skullgirls.
Dude, Skullgirls is so
cool. It makes me giddy to think about Skullgirls, man.
Now, if y'all want to sponsor us, I'm not against that. However, even if you don't pay us, I will continue to constantly say every 30 minutes, buy Skullgirls. Because it's just such a it's just such a fucking good game. Oh yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's just that good of a fucking game.
I think we've hit our mark for this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the outro this time?
No. You do the outro. It's your show.
All right. Boy, we're gonna go through this shit.
I'll keep making that joke from the end of time.
It's all good. It's all good. Anyways, that's about it for this week. Thank you for watching or listening, more like. Damn.
I think we should implement Q&A.
Q&A.
Yeah, because Sebastian has that Discord. So if you guys,
right.
Want us to talk about some stuff, we could definitely answer back as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then if you have any ideas for any not really segments, but like episode ideas, like how we have a whole list of stuff that we would like want to talk about on specific episodes, but best fighting game music, best kit or best character kit, stuff like that. But if you have any other ideas, shoot me a tweet or shoot me a DM in any other social media you see me on. Commenting, we do have SoundCloud, the Timer Scam Podcast or Timer Scam Podcast, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, I don't know, fucking Facebook, if you can figure out my last name. Good luck with that, because I don't have like a normal last name. But fucking hit me up anywhere. I want to hear what y'all think.
And we're also going to think about featuring a game, I think, every month.
Oh, true.
We're going to talk about for like a whole episode.
Yeah, we could play a game like the beginning of a month and then,
what we think about it at the end of the month.
Yeah. That'd be a pretty good idea. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But anyways, make sure you follow, subscribe on whatever you're on. And yes, that means you guys do Twitch. I'm messing with you. But you can also catch Timer Scam Podcast on YouTube. The Uncut will be on YouTube as well. However, that will be for Twitch subscribers only. In the sub-only Discord section.
Oh, I actually didn't know about that.
Oh, yeah. The Uncut is going to be sub-only. Yeah.
Oh, you guys better subscribe there, fools.
Relax. Anyways, every Friday, 7 p.m. EST is when the stream starts. The actual audio doesn't always start at that time because I usually put on some fighting game music beforehand. But it'll be at around that time. Anyways, I think that's about it. I think I like lost my entire spiel in my head, so like that whole ending was like for me like gone. But anyways, no, I'm serious. Like I was like, follow, SoundCloud,
yeah.
No, but yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.
We await your return, warrior.